Welcome. The purpose of this presentation is to familiarize you, third-party stakeholders, with Caltrain's Rail Corridor Use Policy, or RCUP. More than just a set of guidelines, RCUP is a comprehensive framework designed to balance the railroad's current and future needs for its property. In this video, we will place the RCUP within the broader context of Caltrain's long-range service vision and service mission and orient you to the RCUP decision-making process. Over the course of this video, we will explain the RCUP policy, emphasize its key role in supporting implementation of Caltrain's long-range service vision, guide you through the application process, and indicate where to find additional resources. Let's begin. What is RCUP? Caltrain's Rail Corridor Use Policy is a framework for managing and regulating the use of its rail corridor. The policy outlines guidelines, priorities, and processes for third-party access, development, and activities along the rail corridor, ensuring that these uses align with Caltrain's long-term operational needs, safety standards, and service goals. Through this policy, Caltrain aims to balance its own operational requirements with the interests of jurisdictions, developers, and other stakeholders who may seek to use the rail corridor for projects or infrastructure improvements. Put another way, it supports delivery of Caltrain's ongoing operations and maintenance needs, as well as the long-term service vision, which includes expanding capacity, enhancing safety, and modernizing the rail system to better serve the community. The crucial consideration for RCUP is that these uses aren't static. As demand for rail service in the region evolves, so too must the infrastructure and facilities. To understand the role RCUP plays, let's consider Caltrain's many existing and future needs relative to the long-range service vision. Railroad uses are myriad and complex. These include the essential infrastructure, equipment, activities, and facilities needed to deliver safe and reliable rail service. Everything from tracks and stations to access facilities, grade separations, and signals. The staff who review RCUP applications consider the implications of proposed projects on these uses. Caltrain is also working to enhance service in line with the long-range service vision. This requires preserving right-of-way to accommodate increased Caltrain service, new high-speed rail, and potentially even more service on top of that. Service growth would enhance connectivity for a growing region, but requires ample right-of-way to host additional passing tracks and have space for maintenance activities, access, and more. Additionally, electrification of the corridor imposes further constraints. The need for overhead wires, poles, and other infrastructure, all of which require dedicated space and maintenance access, further constrains the right-of-way. Correspondingly, clearances and other standards have been updated to address new safety needs, limiting the types of development or activity that can occur within the electrified corridor. This exciting and dynamic context underscores the importance of strategic planning and careful decision-making to ensure that Caltrain uses its resources to the best of its ability. Of all the moving pieces that Caltrain must strategically plan for, railroad property is Caltrain's most valuable and durable asset. Recognizing this, RCUP provides a framework for addressing complex considerations via a step-by-step evaluation that considers future demands, current and future infrastructure needs, and right-of-way constraints relative to project attributes. RCUP review is strategic and focused on what matters most: the practical needs and constraints related to safety and project constructability, engineering, maintenance and operations, and policy alignment. The purpose of RCUP is to ensure that approved projects don't inadvertently preclude provision of future service for Caltrain and its partners. So how does RCUP work in practice? In this next section, we'll review key steps and considerations. The graphic on the right shows an overview of the RCUP decision-making framework, which takes you through the process step by step. RCUP applies to projects lasting more than 6 months. Duration of the proposed project determines who reviews the application, which can include staff from a range of relevant departments, such as third-party engineering, planning, and real estate. When a project is approved through this process, the JPB issues a property access agreement tailored to the proposed use. This agreement could take the form of a license agreement, right of entry permit, service agreement, encroachment permit, lease agreement, or easement agreement, each of which ensures third-party uses are properly managed and aligned with the JPB's overall goals and responsibilities for the corridor. Now, we'll go through this framework step by step. The first step is receiving an application from a third party wanting to use JPP property for a non-railroad purpose. The non-railroad use could include a variety of project types. Examples include utility installations such as fiber optic or other cables running perpendicular or parallel to the Caltrain right-of-way. Renovations or changes in the use of existing buildings, such as converting station areas into retail or office space. Construction of new long-term structures within the right-of-way. Vehicle sales, rental and storage lots. Staging of materials for nearby non-railroad construction projects. And multimodal access facilities, such as at-grade or grade-separated crossings for bicycles, pedestrians, and vehicles. Based on the proposed land use and its alignment with the allowed uses for a given property use zone, PUZ. The project is deemed preliminarily compatible if it is an allowed use, and preliminarily incompatible if it is not. Preliminarily incompatible uses warrant more scrutiny given the challenges anticipated in accommodating those uses within a given land use context. While Caltrain staff are eager to collaborate with applicants on project revisions, they stress the importance of aligning project design with the long-term service vision, which dictates many of the constraints used to evaluate proposed uses. After this step, compatible projects move on for further review, and incompatible projects are referred back to the applicant for revisions that would make the project potentially compatible. This table indicates how each non-railroad use is deemed preliminarily compatible or incompatible for its location within a given property use zone, within or outside of the Service Vision Capital Project overlay. The Service Vision Capital Project overlay is essentially comprised of the overlapping extents of capital projects included in the long-range service vision. After a project is deemed preliminarily compatible, Caltrain staff conduct a review to evaluate alignment with station design and/or transit-oriented development policies, if applicable. This results in a final compatibility determination. Lastly, if the final compatibility determination finds the project compatible, the project moves on to the rest of the approval process. Incompatible projects require more detailed review and a use variance, approved by the board to move forward. So, do you have a project in mind that needs assistance with the RCUP application? Are you wondering what resources are available to help you? Please reach out for support. Caltrain staff are here to help you navigate the process and bring eligible projects to fruition. Thank you for your time and attention. For more information about the RCUP process and the next steps for your project, please visit our website, where you will find links to a detailed RCUP FAQ, sample applications, and other helpful resources. If you have any further questions after reviewing these materials, feel free to reach out to us via email.